Hi guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com. And when I learned how to be psychic and clairvoyant years ago, I was just thrilled about the concept that I could do this and that I could help people with this skill. I had no idea that the number one thing that I would be working with people on was relationships, primarily women, because I work with women mostly, wondering why they're not finding the ideal partner and what they can do to change that. And, there's a whole bunch of different reasons why, and everybody is different. But one main thing that comes up a lot in these sessions is when a woman asks, or a man, but let's just for this scenario talk about a woman, when a woman asks why she isn't finding anyone, and then I tune into her energy and I see what she's sending out there, oftentimes she's projecting more of a fear of the wrong kind of person she'll attract, like the wrong guy, instead of a vibration of like joy and happiness and the thrill of finding the right type of person. And, you can sit with that and figure out what kind of thing you're sending out and projecting, and to get a sense of all of that. Like, are you closed? Are you afraid? Do you keep just bringing in like the bad boys or the nerdy players or the types that are unavailable? Or do you consistently bring in like great people? And probably you don't if you're wondering why you're having a hard time bringing somebody in. So once you get an idea of how your energy is and what you're sending out or what you're attracting, you can shift it and change it by becoming more enthusiastic about yourself, enthusiastic and hopeful about who you'll meet. And also, of course, what I keep saying over and over again is understanding that there are so many people on the planet right now that the odds of you not meeting somebody are like way off. Like, it's more in your favor to meet someone wonderful than it is to not. Like, to not meet someone who's like, just doesn't really make sense. Now, I don't want to sound preachy here, so forgive me and I don't want to offend, but some people have asked, and enough women have asked this that I have to talk about it. They've said, is he going to be good looking? And in that reading space, all judgment is suspended. So I just, answer that question. But afterwards, I ponder it and I'm like, well, it's an interesting thing to ask, because if you're more worried about whether or not the guy's good looking or not, that says that that's another fear you're sending out. And here's the preachy part. That's very ego-centered, because, love is blind. And if you're more concerned that you attract someone with a chiseled face who's taller than you, who's absolutely perfect, than just falling in love with someone who's wonderful and who loves you and you love them inside and out, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So think about that for a little bit too. I remember somebody who was just beautiful and a wonderful person, but she was hell-bent on the guy being taller than her. And she was rejecting prospects because of that. Personally, my first boyfriend that I ever had, that I was with for a long time, was not conventionally handsome, but I knew he was a soulmate. I knew him. We're still friends. And it's so funny because everybody was like, oh, you like little guys, because he was shorter. And I'm like, well, actually, like, my husband now is taller, and it's just try to get past appearances and ethnicities and all of that, and just look for the vibration and the energy of the soul. And if you love them and they love you, like, if it's a match, it's a match, and all that other shit's not gonna matter. And I'm talking about disabilities here as well. That doesn't matter. Remember, love is blind. So I'll get down off my soapbox here and just also add that everything is energy. It's more about what energy you're projecting than it is how you look. And if you're a woman thinking about men, like, men would rather have somebody cool and lovely and easy to hang with and wonderful than somebody who's perfection but has a nasty attitude. So that's that. And for more info on intuitive development and personal and spiritual growth, check out krishanti.com. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.